having to keep an eye on the battery because I've only got 10% on it and it keeps switching the phone off this morning. But yeah, I'm struggling to get out of bed this morning, so I've only had my first coffee so far. I've ordered me scooter, what I can sit on, for getting me to and fro the bus stop. So I'm happy and waiting for that to be ordered this week. Yeah, it was funny how it exposed the government snooping on my bank account, wasn't it? But there you go, that's what they've been up to. How dare I spend my disability money on a scooter for my disability? How dare I? That's such a waste of my benefits. But don't they give you the disability benefit to do stuff like that with? That's why they give you that. To make your life easier as a disabled person for the stuff you need to get that comes outside of your benefits. Like the price of a mobility scooter, which is about £1,500 onwards, isn't it, if you buy a new one? So why would I want to outlay that much? I don't get that much in one lump to fucking outlay, do I? So, right, they want to watch my benefit, see what I'm spending my disability benefit on. Oh, right, it's just bought outright a scooter that you can get to and fro the bus stop with, save using the bike and using his shopping trolley anymore. Oh, so he's bought something to improve his life with, like it was intended. Oh, and he's exposed us for watching his bank account. Oh well, I think we'll leave him to have his cup of coffee and his zoot and wake up properly before he goes and pays his bills today on his payday. Because we sure as hell can't get his disability money now he's spent it on his disability. Checkmate, motherfuckers. Tax that. I want another coffee and it's turning into a mission now. It means I've got to fire up the coffee machine, so fuck it, I'm not going to bother. Or shall I? Yeah, fuck it. I want coffee. There's no other word for it. Coffee is what I need. I need a coffee or I'm going to stay in bed for the day. Ah, dear. You're still not moved, have you, dogs? Right, that's good. That means I can carry on doing what I'm doing with no problem there. Making myself a Java, a molten magma. There's the coffee before I forget to put the coffee in it. The joys of getting old. I'll have 3 scoops because I need to get active today. 3 scoops in 2 cups. There we go. I've got a glass of water. Right. That can go in there as well because I probably wanted to make a cup of coffee earlier, but just 1 cup. Right, dogs, move over so I can get in my own bed, please. Thank you. It's a washing day, is it, outside? Right, okay. So the dogs aren't going out there, are they, bothering you? Get on with your life. You don't need a witness to hang out your washing. I just caught that. Oh, you're getting a bit unsteady on your feet, dear. Well, if you still have friends, you'd have help, wouldn't you? Well, there you go. If I see it fall over, I'll still hop over the fence and pick the silly old sausage up. Just because I don't like, I don't mean I ain't going to be humane, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? How much battery have I got? 9%. It's still going up now then. Cool. Right. Dogs are showing no sign whatsoever of coming to life yet. Oh, let's turn the coffee machine on and start plop, plop, plopping. Yeah. Oh, don't start doing that. The lead's only laying across you. It's not doing anything, is it, Hulkster? There's my good pack of dogs. Starting the day right. Waking up and smelling the coffee. But I definitely need the Java today. Just had a quick look on Facebook Marketplace. So I'm after a washing machine. Just see one for 40 quid. So putting an inquiry on that. If I get it for that, I'll get it for that, innit? It's good enough. If it washes my clothes, innit? Result. Oh dear. What else do I need to do today? Go and pay my bills. So I've got until about 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock to go and pay them at the post office. So no rush. I need the coffee first. There we go. Plop, 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 plop. Get some proper coffee down my neck. Something with a bit of zing to it. Because that instant coffee just don't have it, does it? It might taste nice, but it ain't got the zing to it. I like coffee with a bit of oomph that makes you want to get off your arse, do you know what I mean? My mind's hyper, but my body just doesn't want to catch up today at all. However, I'm not going to get off my backside and go and get my shopping otherwise. Might leave the end of it or I'll just get the essentials and like the dog food and wait until my scooter arrives so I can play with my new toy to and fro a couple of times in the day. Woohoo! See how long the charge lasts, if you see what I mean. Test it out. Just have a day on the scooter. And then I'll charge it up fully after it's been fully drained. So it's got a proper charge in it. And then I'll try going the back way through to see if I can do that. If it stays charged and allow me to do that. So I can get out in the countryside. Sitting down, buzzing about with no effort. Woohoo! That'll do me. and I'm not knackered by the time I get there, and then can't enjoy the time when I'm there. Do you know what I mean? So I'll be all nice and refreshed, no, not sweating where I've been riding my bike. So if I get on the scooter clean dressed, I should be clean dressed and non-sweaty by the time I get there, shouldn't I? If you see my point. Same as using the bus. Good. And that'll make life forgetting about in the hot summer a lot easier as well, won't it? First cup's ready to pour. Battery. 8%. Yeah, look at me bedhead. Pressed the button by mistake, but obviously I shall put a hat on in case it happens again. Don't worry. Yeah, Bert's having problems with his heating and his landlords. I've dealt with them exactly the same way, recording them and covering my arse with my ones. I've come out to do the gas safety check. Then my boiler played that, so they had to come out and fix that. But they was very prompt because I'd already filmed about them coming to do the gas safety check, and then the boiler starting to play up afterwards. So they was very quick to come out and fix it for me. I was literally out within the hour. So yeah, but I have been filming the build up to it, if you see what I mean. So yeah, was the gas safety check a attempt to sabotage the boiler because they wanted me to apply for government funding to get a new boiler, or yeah, they pretty much come around and fixed it a bit sharpish though, didn't they? Unlike Bert's problem. Do you know what I mean? So there's ways of dealing with them without being so vocal and that, and it still gets the same result. Do you know what I mean? Because I spend long periods laying in my bed also, so. But if my phone's run out of battery, I can't see the camera, can I? See what I mean? And I don't have them on all the time, so. But I also get the landlords phoning me up as I posted, but they're prompting me for fucking money and shit. Yeah. I'm definitely in derp mode today. I'm walking around, forgetting the fridge has been moved out the kitchen. You know, senior moment type stuff. Some sweeteners in that. Put the cream, the double cream, back in the fridge. For me first molten magma of the day. Oh, I'm so looking forward to this. With double cream. There you go, you can keep filling up until you get another cup out of it. Wow, just right, that's right colour and everything. Oh, move that, get that over there. Get back in my warm bed. Since my gas has now finally run out. So I've got to go shopping anyway soon. Yes, that's coffee, Marnie. Wake up and smell the coffee, boy. Wake up and smell the coffee. Because you know we're going to go out soon. Ugh. Dogs have got me perched right on the edge of the bed again, look. Just gingerly lift the... What's this? All these cables coming up. Kim's Valentine. Yeah, cool. Amazon, your order of fish oil mega supplements for the dogs. Yeah, cool. That'll be here tomorrow. So that'll start correcting the balance in their diet. Gets rid of the pinky skin. I've got to get some dog wipes, haven't I, for their ears. That's the next thing before I forget that. While I'm waiting for my scooter, haven't got to the bank to pay my bills yet, because why? Fuck the landlords fucking phoning me up, harassing me. They know I'm doing it, so they can wait until I do it. Feck 'em. It's Valentine's Day and I'm laying down enjoying my bitch's company. Yes, and my boys, Marnie, don't worry. If I go up the shop, the girls will think I'm flirting. Don't want to give out the wrong impression now, do I? Because one girl's already aware how much I've got in my bank account, and she likes that. It's like, oh, so you get that much, do you? And you ain't got no one to spend it on? You will be silly. The other one just flashes a rock at you, just so you don't get too flirty. But I get flirty anyway, because it's just me being a bloke, and it don't annoy them, because they know, because I keep reminding them, it's just humour, nothing more. Makes their day cheer up a bit, and it makes my day more pleasurable as well, doesn't it? Instead of watching my P's and Q's around people for fear of offending people. Nope, I'm just being a bloke, laughing and joking about the absurdities of life. Nothing weird, thank you. And if you want to be weird, buy me a pint. Only joking, ladies. Do you know what I mean? That sort of cheeky humour. But I don't go that far ever, because I'm not interested in the chase, because I don't want to be caught with the cats, do I? Just got all my money sorted out. Why would I want to give it to somebody else on Valentine's Day? Do you know what I mean? No. I'm not playing games. I'm not looking, not interested. Just having a laugh. I'll carry myself right, do you know what I mean? Don't lead people on. Don't play games. COVID was bollocks. Oops, my Tourette's have kicked in. That's just a strong coffee blowing out. A wobble. So I wonder what family's doing for Valentine's Day today. My son's got some serious grovelling to do. He better be pulling something special out of the bag, or he's in the doghouse tonight and probably up here. So I hope he's done something sensible, since the amount of crap he's given his lady just lately. She's been very, very patient with him. And he just keeps pressing self-destruct when he gets frustrated. And it's frustrating me as his parent and her as his person that has feelings for him, do you know what I mean? And it's the alcohol that's the problem. It's always the fucking alcohol. whether it be for Dutch courage, whether it be for this, for that, for a fake persona. It doesn't give you more confidence, it just makes people look at you different. And when they realise it's the alcohol doing it, not the person, they just look at you with pity. They think, you poor old soak. You poor old fucking alcoholic, look at the state here. Yeah, you might have clean clothes on, but we can smell you coming towards us, mate. It's coming out of every pore, mate. You smell like one of the winos from the park. You've been on it too long. Got to sort yourself out. Get yourself back on track. Get to work. Get your head down. Focus. Come on. Before your life falls apart and you end up fucking somewhere you don't want to be. Get it sorted, son. He knows I'm right. Can't keep pressing oblivion and be surprised if you turn up in oblivion, is it? Or HMP oblivion. You know what I'm saying? So, just control yourself, man. Remember, alcohol's gin juice. Alcohol actually means possessed by. It's an Arabic word, because there wasn't one in our vocabulary before for that type of thing. So that's where the actual word comes from. To be consumed by alcohol or possessed by alcohol means to be drunk, to be out of spirit, which means the spirits have taken you over, which means possession, doesn't it? Oh, that's why it's called gin juice. It attracts jinns. The Arabs knew it right from the Middle Ages, and the Western society wasn't aware of it because it used to be the abbots and the monks that used to make the beer and give it to teach the locals how to make beer. And because the water was so bad quality, you'd probably lose your life to drink that. So they taught them how to make beer, which is distilled water with, you know what I mean? But really, they're teaching their flock how to be possessed, aren't they? So not ideal religion, was it, from the beginning? And that's why they called it the Dark Ages. What the fuck am I doing giving people a history lesson? So it's manly to drink beer, because the monks told you to drink it to be a man. Then you'd have a glass of whatever to be a man in the army or the navy, a mug of rum or something, to fight off the scurvy, which was only dietary anyway, wasn't it? So how the fuck it fought that off? You still had to replace the diet, didn't you, to stop the scurvy? So the alcohol was just a distraction then, wasn't it? So you didn't worry about it. Catching the dreaded scurvy. You know what I mean? It's all lies, isn't it? All built on lies to make you drink, to make you be possessible and controllable. Which is exactly why the police use it as easy pickings, isn't it? Because you're easy to manipulate and be compliant to them, but slip up under the influence of it. So yeah, be very, very careful, Bert. But with the central heating problem, I hope it all gets sorted out for you, bud. I showed you how I've dealt with my situation. It's exactly the same, so we just call everyone Bert so no one gets offended. Right? Yeah, you send the post videos of the landlords prompting me for money. Blah, 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 blah. You haven't got to that stage yet, have you? Because that's part of the process of making out that you're a bad tenant and being antisocial and not paying your bills and same thing, yeah? Trying to give you a bad name to do something with you in court. I look for those sort of angles as well, so it could well be that they're doing. But they've rushed to sort out the mildew problem because they're liable. Everything's good. I can't see any problems at the moment, but like I said, they could be doing a sneaky one, so I'm paying attention to Bert's advice, regardless. But he's definitely got a problem in his situation, and I think that local MP might be the one doing the problems. It's all centering around that same elite crowd Bert's been posting about, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? So I think there's your problem. Because I live in a village, I see my local MP at the shop. Do you know what I mean? Just doing his day-to-day, walking around the village, socialising with people. So he knows I've got dogs, I've got this, I've got that, and I've never even spoken to the guy. But he knows all about me just because it's a small village. Do you know what I mean? But I don't feel the need to tell him all my problems when I know it anyway. It has to be authorised by the local MP, the Investigatory Powers Act. That much I did read on their own codes of use before they changed the way and all the cookie things for visiting that site. They've changed everything in the format and all the layout of it all. And you're now logged every time you go to look at certain things. So they even know when you've been looking that up. But yeah, do check out the Investigatory Powers Act codes of use. Alright, check it out from different perspectives. You see different brackets on there. Check them all out. You'll come across information like employing the use of children to go into a tobacco shop to buy pouches of tobacco. Yeah, they're not saying employing the children with their parents say so, are they? They're just saying approaching children in the street and getting them to do that under that law. Right, employing children, employing taxi drivers to say if the person they're watching gets regular taxis off a taxi firm, they're employed the taxi driver to strike up conversations with you and find out stuff and all. Very, very devious stuff and very invasive spying. If you have to deal with NGOs and they ask for your email and you won't give it, then you're creating a suspicion that you may have something to hide, yeah. That may well get the Investigatory Powers Act used against you if they need to contact a government department, let's say for the benefits for paying your rent or something. So that gives them an angle to misuse the Investigatory Powers Act on you, separate from the council. Yeah? So your landlords are allowed to tinker with that law as well to find out things and monitor your emails. And do you see what I mean? Well, they know I'm not doing nothing wrong there. I'm not breeding dogs. I'm not doing nothing. I'm not making a single fucking penny. I'm disabled. I'm living in my bed. I'm proving I'm staying in my bed. So I'm not, they're even checking on what I'm spending out of that benefits on what am I spending that money on, and she's being very thorough, checking everything. Yeah, and they're still finding, well, he's not doing nothing wrong with it. He's spending that on stuff what's supposed to be for the disabled, so everything's compartmentalised like we wanted it to be. He's spending his benefits on his bills and his shopping and that, not on He's setting it all up legal, so he's covering that angle. We can't hit him like that. He wants to have a normal legal life, so we'll watch him for a little bit longer and then we'll cut him loose, because we can see he's not doing fuck all. But when I was due to do some dog breeding, didn't they sneak in that new law quickly? It has to be done and rushed through. Man, I was just about to breed some dogs then and make some money. Bastards. Would have been good as well, because they're friggin' big litters of dogs, these dogs. Do you know what I mean? And they would have been hybrids, so they wouldn't have been fully priced XLs. Yeah, but they found out about that in advance, and like I said, rushed through that law. That put a stop to that. I'd already got the dogs what I wanted. So yeah, no great skin off my nose. Just means I'm not doing that. I'm aware of them monitoring all second-hand sites for the side hustle tax, as it's now called. So that, yeah, they're desperate for taxes for their war effort. So that's what's going on in the UK at the moment. So I'm still trying to buy second-hand stuff like washing machines for sensible prices. You know, the normal day-to-day stuff, what you do. Yeah. Been investing in tools and stuff like that to get on with the garden project. So. After sorting the dogs out, I thought, well, if I can spend that amount of money on the dogs, I can definitely do that on myself. So I've been eking it out and waiting for the right opportunity to get myself a scooter. Mobility scooter's going to be upwards of £1,500, so okay, I don't have that outlay, but I can readily get my hands on. So it's not as if I can do anything sneaky and make any bits of cash anywhere because of all the stupid attention I get, which I've already had a word about as well, discreetly with him. You know, can't breed dogs, so I'm living legally off my benefits as a disabled person, not doing nothing wrong. Well, having my life fully checked out. And then if they find anything, then obviously they'll bring another court case and try and threaten me with prison again, won't they? So, yeah, staying out of that stupidness. And fuck that. Right out of their thinking. That ain't going to be happening. I'd rather cut myself off from society completely and just live a complete separate life alongside society than have that happen again. No. You've blown that. You lost an ally to this country in the process when you've done it. I'll never fight to defend your system. Because it's an enemy to me and my way of life. It has to fall, don't it? So there you go. I don't have no feelings either way about it, nor sympathy to it, or allegiance to it. But I do to the people of this country, because they're my brothers and sisters, aren't they? And if their lives have had the same type of things and weirdness that's been happening through my life, then I'll stand with them. In our truth, not yours, what you hold over us. You don't know the real us. Only what your system's dug up and had to hold over us. They don't know the good things in life. The good types of people, the rough diamonds that have changed their lives around, do you know what I mean? They don't know about all that. And when they do hear about it, it's like, what can we do to derail it? We can't have that. Because those people will never change. How dare they fucking prove us wrong in front of our faces? It's not fucking funny, it's not entertainment. Well, no, it's people's truth, mate. You don't like that, do you? Being proved wrong. Because then you're not all powerful, are you? Because the things you say can easily be proved wrong. Which, like I said, gives people the ability to reverse legal word spells. I was just one of a floodgate that's going to open. Well, once other people work out how to do it, you know what's going to happen. The system's going to fall. Simple. It won't be able to cope with that. And unfortunately, it's happening. I see it all around me. I see the way the system says, hey, look over there. There's, don't look at what we're doing. Look over there at that. So, I wish Bert and Bert all the best today, and I hope they get their things sorted out and back on track. And keep shining like diamonds they are. You know what I mean? I haven't seen any derogatory parody videos of what you're doing, so my feed looks sort of normal today. But like I said, I'm not the one that wants to be involved in all the beef, so all clear on the Western Front, but I still support and like the videos, don't I? All clear in my brain and the Western Front, but today. As you can see, I've got no landlords prompting me with phone calls today because they're thinking, has he put it in there? The payment doesn't show up for a couple of days. Right, if he hasn't put it in there but on that day, then we'll phone him up on such and such. I bet they're already plotting and planning it as we speak. So when I get out of bed, I'll go and pay it. Simple. I had it in my mind to pay it. I didn't need a woman phoning me up to fucking remind me to do it, did I? I'm sodding doing it. Right, well, I'll just put the moose head down then and I'll go and put the picture painting back up on the wall. Yes, well, if you hadn't phoned me up, I would have already been there doing it, wouldn't I? So, in fact, your phone call's slowing me up. Then just while he's putting the picture up, she phones him up again to see if, and nag him again to see if he's putting the picture up, and he's banging the picture in, and he had to stop banging the picture in because she phoned him up to check to see if he's banging the thing in. And then he goes off on a Basil rant. And goes and does something completely different because he gets sidetracked. Yeah, the moose head one. So that's how my life's going at the moment. Currently, we're at the Manuel's at the counter and the drunken old fool's popped in and the moose head's talking to him. We're at that stage in the day. By the end of how it all plays out, obviously I would have gone to the post office and paid me double spare bedroom tax, and everything will be all back to normal and I won't need prompting. You know what I mean? So why did I bother phoning up in the first place? Just to let me know that they're watching my finances. And then I get a block on a payment trying to spend my disability payment for a disability item. So who's actually abusing the Investigatory Powers Act and got that block put on that item? Oh. So I've got the government snooping in my bank account, seeing what I'm spending it on, while I've got the landlords pressing me to pay X amount of pounds. So if I do what they want me to do, that payment wouldn't have been affected. Do you see what I mean? But if I'd have done it that way, while the government was watching my bank account, they say, why is he paying that money to his landlord out of his disability when it should be spent on him buying a scooter? Why has he had to buy the scooter out of his universal credit now? That's why I've done it that way round, because I'm also being watched by the government, who are watching the landlords. So you see why I've done it that way now. But I've got them harassing me to do it a certain different way. So by doing nothing except buying my scooter from my disability benefit, I've actually been seen doing the right thing, haven't I? By not following the landlord's direction. See what I mean now? Traps and schemes. And they're working in cahoots with the government, manipulating the same law as the government's manipulating. But while the government's investigating the landlords for corruption, the landlords are trying to make me slip up by doing it their way, therefore trying to get me involved in whatever they're doing. Which is why I record these videos, so it all comes out on them. Sometimes I can't remember because I've been distracted on another tangent or whatever, but yeah, I get the same problems as well with them. So don't think, Bert, that you're alone in life. I'm having the same issues, but there's ways and means of dealing with it. Or they do like what they're doing to you, don't they? You see what I mean? I'm still recording and logging everything. I'm just doing it in a slightly different way. Polite sarcasticness, like Basil Fawlty in it, rather than that just gives them an excuse to end the call, don't it? So you don't get to record what you need to record because they've sidetracked you and controlled it. I always start the call off talking about joinder. What other joinder do you need? So I'm letting them know that I know what they're doing. Which is why I don't talk to their financial team. So when their financial team phone me up, I make sure I'm saying certain phrases because it's them recording it for exactly that. Is he being antisocial or is he actually quoting the law back at us? Oh, he's quoting the law back at us. We can't use that angle. He's being polite and respectful. And we're not going to be able to get rid of him that way. And we've just had our friends the police tried to set him up with an antisocial thing through the dogs, and that hasn't worked either. He's had to come to a community resolution, so us directing the actors to do all this shit isn't our friends in the council were saying they can't put no more pressure on him. He's too protected. He's got too many people watching the situation. The government are actually watching the situation with him, so we can't overstep our boundaries and do anything blatant. Otherwise, the government's going to catch us doing the manipulating because they want to get to the bottom of the whole setup situation, what got him in prison, which he won't shut up about. Oh, the house of cards is going to fall down. That's what you do for fucking someone over and they get their own back on you. By doing nothing but exposing it. Bit by bit. Yeah, it sounds bad and fantastical, but that's why they did it that way, so they wouldn't be uncovered. So when people actually start saying, well, actually, this is what's happening, you start seeing it for what it is. Then it all becomes apparent how that connects to that and how that connects to that and how that act was brought in to set up that, and then they could use that power to do that, which upped the level of the game. Oh, that's how they got him in prison, right? And it was all really about his benefits because the police was worried about my benefits. Are you telling the truth about your benefits? Are you really disabled? Or are you fit to serve and work? Right, well, I'm still disabled, still saying fuck your work because it's too painful for me. I struggle with my own house. You've seen how I live in my own house, and it's not up to the standard that I usually or find acceptable in my own life. Therefore, I'm telling the truth, and you can all fuck off. And if you increase my disability anymore, then obviously you've got to pay me more provisions, haven't you, for doing so, for making my disability worse. So, should I be grumbling about life? It's terrible having to live like this, isn't it? Right? You wouldn't choose this life, would you, living like this? No, of course not. So if it's been done to you, then you want it sorted out, don't you? Which means you have to keep increasing my provisions as my disability gets worse and leave me the fuck alone. You see what I mean? It's a terrible life. Or is it? It's all a state of mind. Same as being in a prison cell, isn't it? Right. All they did was move me from being in one room to being in another room. But I was doing exactly the same as what I'd be doing in my own room in the prison cell. Just having someone watching me 24 hours a day. That's all it was, really. So there you go. Right. How's my battery level looking? 3%. Off in a minute. So when I'm ready to get out of bed and have my shower and sort my day out, I will do. In the meantime, have a lovely whatever day it is. Hee hee.